I just had to grab the tablet. How's everybody doing today? All right. Well, TikTok is notifying everybody I'm live. I'm hoping that YouTube is doing the same. I am Carol, the owner and creator of everything at CarolJo's.com, which is an online jewelry and accessory business for women. I am going to be bringing up my backup account of YouTube or of TikTok because then I can see everything easier. So just give me a moment. We're not going to have music today because we are on YouTube also. YouTube does not allow us to have the music I like to listen to. There we go. All right. So if you are in here, please go ahead on TikTok and share and like today's live so that it can be pushed out to other people. That is one thing that TikTok, hey Melissa, does is that you have to like and share for more people to join us. I was going to tell you guys what we do here on Carol Jo's is that twice a week we have chats, twice a week we have tutorials, twice a week we have, or not twice a week, more than twice a week we have sales. This week we have basket sale, bring back sale, silicone sale, bead sale, and charm sale. So we'll have 5 lives with sales on it. Hi Mitra. So right now is chat time. But I want to show you what we're going to do tonight on our tutorial. I will be live both on YouTube and TikTok with the tutorial, but we are going to do a zipper pull using silicone beads. And I wanted to use silicone beads that we don't normally use. We don't use the abacus or the 14 millimeter octagon as often, but you can do it in this. And it's a really simple, easy idea that I will be showing you tonight. The reason why I decided is I wanted to show you how you can use the beads that we don't normally use in the silicones and make something I think is kind of cute. And then also it's a way to show you products that you can go, thank you Melissa for the heart meet, and create really quickly for those shows if you do in-person shows. But it's also something that you can do as a gift for like Christmas time right now is coming up. If you have kids in elementary school and you want to do a gift, hi Rosie, it's something that you could do. You can do them in different colors. You could have one color be for the girls and another color be for the boys. So you can make them, or you can, you know, with your kiddos, choose their favorite colors and do stuff. So it's something that even I can do with Little Miss Buttercup. Putting these together is something that even the littles can help create with it. So that will be at 8 p.m. tonight. So that's the tutorial we're going to be doing tonight. The other tutorial, I have to still work on getting the example created for you all. And that is we are going to be doing an autumn, a Simply Autumn wire wrapped bracelet. So memory wire, that's what I meant, not wire wrapped. It's memory wire. Hey, Angela. So that is what we'll be doing on Friday at 11. But today is chat time. And every Monday when we do our chat time, we do talk about our quote that I picked out for this week. And I wanted to pick it out because sometimes we get really hurt when we hear this, but I don't want you to take it as hurtful. I want you to take it as inspiration. And that is, the quote is, not everyone is going to love what you create. Not everyone is going to understand your dream. And it's from Casey Lewis. Hey, Joya, I hope you're doing good. Hi, Linda. So what it means to me when I read that quote is when I was doing in-person shows and first started doing it, I thought everybody was going to love what I did. And it was hurtful to me that people wouldn't buy every time they came in my booth. And I didn't understand. So it took me a lot of time to understand not everybody is going to like what I make. And even there was a friend of mine, we both had kids in the same grade. We did sports, all this stuff together. And when she went to have her wedding for her second husband, she needed jewelry for the bridesmaid. And she's like, well, what kind? And I said, the bridesmaid jewelry that I create is out here. And I had shown her at that time I had my GoDaddy website. So, hi, is it Corel? Hello, Kathleen. Um, and so I had shown her on my website what I did for wedding jewelry. And when she looked at it, I saw her again and I said, hey, did you have a chance to look at it? What do you think? And she goes, that's not my style. And I could have been extremely hurt by that, but I wasn't. And I was like, that's okay. You don't have to like it. It's fine. And it really truly, it took me a few years to get to that point where I was like, it's okay. And that's what I want to talk about today, is that it's okay if not everybody likes it. You just have to concentrate on growing in the area of who you know will like your jewelry. Well, thank you, Stephen. My husband thinks so too. And so, because of that, that's where we have to stop and think about. And I wanted to talk about that. Has anybody, if you do shows, has anybody had that feeling like some of the other things that people will say when they're in your area at the show is, oh, I can make that, or I can make it cheaper. You know, we always hear those lines. And you can be, and I don't want to say the word catty, or maybe passive aggressive in a way, and just say, hey, try it. If it doesn't work out, here's my card. I've never done that because that's not my personality. I just look at them and I go, okay, you can try. I'm like, I want to say to them, more power to you. Because if you really had to think about how much you have to buy to create it, it's not always cheaper. So I just back away from them because they are in their own world, and that's okay. You know, sometimes I'll even say to them, you know, I teach how to do it. If you need guidance, get a hold of me. Because the one thing is that I'm going to say to them is, when I did it, is that if they want to learn it, great. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't like that negativity that goes with it. Yes. Yep. The negativity part is that when they say they can make it for cheaper, and I'm like, I know my worth. I know what I paid for my supplies. And that's why I'm like, okay. But and I ask them then, well, how long have you been creating jewelry? And, you know, just, you know, if they're going to say it, go, how long have you been creating jewelry? I've been doing it for this many years. How about you? And, you know, they walk out. And that's okay, because sometimes I think that's their way of, they don't know how to not be caught in that cycle of, they don't want to buy, they just wanted to look. And you know what? That's fine to look. Things to think about when you're doing the sales is that you will have, out of every 100 people that are at an event, about 10% will come into your booth. And out of that 10% will buy. So it's a low number of people will buy while you're at a show. And that's okay, because that's statistically what they've proven when you're at shows, is that not everybody buys. Some people just do it as because it is their time to entertainment. It's not that they're there to buy, it's they're there to be entertained. Hi, I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry. Like, I'm trying to. And that is just, it's okay. You know, what you have to do is that you need to take a step back and think about, I don't need to sell to everybody. I just need to connect to somebody. And that's where it comes from, is just show your true authentic self, talk with them, let them leave if they want to leave, and that's okay. Because you're not going to have everybody buy from you. Not everybody's going to love what you create. Just like that individual that I'm friends with, that my stuff that I create wasn't what she was looking for her wedding. I have done different things for weddings, but a lot of when I did weddings, everything was around Swarovski crystals. Come to find out, it was that she didn't want Swarovski crystals. It wasn't about how I designed, it was about what I was using. So, and once we figured that out, it was like, okay, but what she wanted isn't something I designed. And that's okay because we all design different things. I can't wire wrap, and if somebody wanted something wire wrapped, I am going to point them to someone there. Are you going to go walk around then, Joya, and look at everything? Yep. And that's fine. I mean, I had to take a step back and not realize and be hurt by it. I know it's not, there's not another word that I can think about, is that sometimes people will say things that are hurtful that I don't know that they truly meant it as that they were trying to convey something else. And to me, if you just tell me you're just looking, you're being honest, and instead of like trying to figure it out. Yep, and that's it. The thing is that the one thing that you want to take away from that is that you can't always buy, and I get that. We all live on budgets. Whether people think we don't, because I have somebody in the family that thinks because Ryan and I are both still working and not retired that we can afford everything. And we can't. I mean, everybody has a budget. Even the people that make millions have a budget too. And so our thing is that we can give the compliments, we can give the praise, we can uplift somebody. Just like when we talk about over on TikTok, it helps for me to get the shares. It helps to get the likes and those types of things because that helps get the algorithm out and more people in. So yes. I have a question for some of you. Do any of you post on social media daily? Because I have a question if you guys do. If not, I'll hold it for another time. I love how they have now a we're not supposed to say a word over on TikTok because then but because I was wondering if anybody uses a scheduler for posting to social media. Yeah, we can spell it. So I've been like sitting here going, okay, what if one day a week I created all my social media? Because they talk about you should just do your social media in one day and post it for the week and put it through a scheduler. And I'm like, can I do that? Because the last couple of weeks, as the week gets towards the end, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are my busiest days for working. And so I am not posting on those days. And then when it comes around, it hurts the algorithms of everything and them pushing out what you post because you're not consistent. And so I'm like, okay, do I use a scheduler and just like earlier in the week post it, create all my videos and then post them? But I don't know which scheduler to use. I think it might be better. I do not watch Garden Answers. Yep. This is what I do for work now, Linda. Up until February of this year, I had a full-time job in corporate America, and my position was eliminated in February. And so then I was looking for full-time employment and still doing this, but then I was able to go live more during the day because of not having that. But when I got a reply back from a company that told me I wasn't qualified to do a job that I had 12 and 4, 16 years of experience in, and they said I wasn't qualified. I'm like, And it really was, the funny part is that it was for creating financial institution software and being the person that require or gathers all the requirements and gives them to the development team. In the old world, it was called a business analyst. In the new world, and what I mean by new world is that there's just different ways that they have different processes to get things done. And they went from waterfall to agile. And in the agile world, it's a product owner. I worked at a financial institution for 4 years, and I had done software for financial institutions for 12 years. And so when I got that email, hi Jelva, I was I cried. I won't lie. I cried because I'm like, how is my 16 years of experience not there? Hi Rainbow. So Ryan and I sat down and talked about it, and we didn't know if it came from an area of where um that was one of them. Rose got it, that they were afraid they couldn't afford my experience, and I get that. That, or if it came from a spot where it just went through an AI, and AI decided I didn't have enough experience for whatever reason, and they just formulated that back. The part that just hurt was that I actually had somebody I knew working for that company putting in their, recommendation. So yeah. And so once that happened, I decided we'll do this full time and see if we can make it financially. And then from there, if need be, if I saw something come up that I could potentially take it, that type of thing. We'll see if it ever happens. I mean, it doesn't mean that I'm not looking. I'm not going out and applying for jobs every single day, because that was I don't know how else to say it. It was mentally exhausting for me and depressing me if I wasn't getting any reply. And in the way that hiring has changed, yeah. And so, yep, the two things there, you got it, lucky terms with Deke. We just didn't know which way it was going, and we just decided that for my peace of mind, I'll do this full time. And I can tell you, I'm loving it. I work more now than I did when I worked full time and did this part time. But I'm trying to get to a place where I don't have to work as much by changing processes, and also just seeing what we can do to make little changes. But overall, I am happier. And so that's why I'm okay with where we're at. And we are very, very close to where I was at for what I brought home from my other full time job. And then that. The one thing that I'm still missing a little bit of, not completely, but a little bit of, is saving for retirement. Yep, I am. So yeah, it's just this job, the way they do job hiring, because you have to understand, I really haven't had to apply for a job in years. So when I went to work at the company that eliminated my position, they had a position open for what I was at and doing, and I don't even know why I applied for it. I was just like, I'll apply for it. Ended up that the person that used to do all my development was now the manager of the department and knew I could do the job because I used to give him my requirements with a different title back in the day, and he knew I could do it. And that's how I got into where I was at. Oh, you are under a lot of stress, Miss Joya. Yep. And that's what we are. I'm working with a financial planner to get my retirement all settled and stuff. Hey, Nordic Luna. And so I am an LLC. I am not incorporated. So there's different things that I am doing. The amount where I'm at doesn't necessitate me becoming a corporation at this point. And so that's why we're working with, I work with, you guys will not believe, I do work with a financial planner, and I also, no, it was, not the, that was before. What they are doing, they eliminated every business analyst in the company. So there was 12 business analysts in the division I worked for. So this is a large corporation. To me, it was a larger. It is or employee owned. So it's not like you guys would know different things about it, because it's not like a huge one that you would see on the as a top 500 or anything, because it was employee owned. Um, Yeah, no, what they did is they eliminated all of the business analysts. They opened up positions for product owners, which I am certified product owner, an advanced certified product owner. And they were like, no. So I'm like, I'm not going back there. Um, so that was the first like hit to your own personal things. And then they were also, I was being trained to be a technical analyst, and I do not have the years experience in it. I was just learning it, but they didn't have that role open. They opened up one role and brought back one of the business analysts to fill that role, and out of 12. So it is just what it is. Actual product owner gets paid more than a business analyst. So, but they hired internally, and when you transfer internally, it comes down to money. I know that's what it was about. And when other product owner roles had been open in that company, I did not apply for them because they actually had their product owners in the wrong category, and I knew that was industry standard, that it wasn't right. And so I had actually been working to see if they could change it, and they changed it within 2 weeks after I left. I'm like, all the change came after I left. And it was like, I mean, well, during when I was leaving too, because of that. So my position was eliminated. And then they created the position that I was training for, and they changed where I really wanted to go, pay grades after I'd left. But it's okay, because guess what? I get to be here with you guys 6 days a week live. So yeah. And even like yesterday, I worked for a few hours in the morning. So, and that was okay. I was just invoicing and getting all the invoices out for the week so everybody could have those. But I spent the rest of the day just sitting in front of the TV watching football. Yes, I was doing some things. But the thing is that I was having fun doing it. I mean, I could do what I liked. I could do what I love all day yesterday. And that's what this is all about. Is that I don't have to be there for corporate America anymore. I get to be there for myself and my family, and I get to put them first. So that's what I love about this. I honestly do. To get there has been a 20-year journey. And then I sit back and I go, why didn't I do this earlier? And I've almost emailed. So my manager that I had, she was a director. Her position was eliminated too in all this change that they were going through. But the reason why they were going through the change, this might help you guys out. They had a software that was from the 1970s, and they upgraded it to like the 2005 to 2010. So when you go that much up in technology, it means that you don't need as many people to do the jobs. And so there overall, when that all happened, there was between 20 and 30 people that their positions were eliminated. And so that is just how the world runs. If when you get technology and you can utilize it better, you don't need as many humans to do it. And I knew that was coming, so I had been starting to plan about what can I do at the company, and that's why I was learning a new role. It just hadn't been rolled out yet. Um, so my supervisor manager, she had her position was eliminated. And then the person above her, I've thought about emailing them and just saying, I don't know how you feel about it, if it gives you any angst anytime. But what happened to me, I am positive. I love what I do. And I don't want anybody to have any negativity over having to do that to all of us. Because eliminating positions is not easy. It's not fun to do. And being in a management role and having to make those decisions to not backfill a position when it's open, because that means you're giving more work to who is there in their mind, even though there's technology to help out and lessen it, they still think, oh, it's going to be dumped on me. Um, and all of that, or even eliminating the positions like what we went through. And it's hard. It's hard on the employees that are left behind, that are still working for that company. And I just want to say, I have no ill will to them. I have no ill feelings, nothing. Yeah, it is. It is very, very hard. And that is why. Yep. And that is happening a lot right now. Hey there, Val. How are you doing? Sorry, I did not keep texting you last night. Sorry, I have to tell Val this. This is kind of funny. I heard the first text. I was like so excited about it, I could reply. And then I went back to sleep. I was actually sleeping when I text. I was like, and I woke up and I saw the text and I'm like, oh, you're going to be sleeping, so it's not worth sending one back. I was excited for you. You have to understand, if I get a text in the middle of the night, sometimes I hear them, sometimes I don't, along with phone calls. I have missed a ton of phone calls in my sleep because I am out in whatever realm of sleep it is, and I don't hear it. So if we have an emergency, I'm not going to hear it. But I heard my husband's alarm going off this morning for 10 minutes, and it was in my dream, and then I finally woke up and I'm like, that wasn't my dream. That is his alarm. He's got to get up and go to work. We were both sleeping through the alarm, but I put it in my dream as part of my dream. And you guys are going to laugh because it was something annoying, and everybody here on TikTok could hear it. Everybody was getting annoyed by it, and I'm like, I don't know how to shut it off. So yeah, that was me at 5 o'clock this morning going, you need to get up for work now. And my husband got a new phone, so his ring, the tone, whatever it is, for his alarm is just wonky. Yep, you guys made it into my dreams. You guys thought I was like, you were annoyed by the sound of his alarm. I mean, I know that now, but you... And I don't know if it's because I was annoyed. I just equated it that you guys would be annoyed. I have no idea, but you guys were all part of my dream. I was literally doing a live, and you guys were annoyed. No way. It's just because your clock says it's not time to get up. That's funny. Hey, Val, do you want to do me a favor? As part of like working, you can, as a work thing, I just thought maybe I can have her do this for me. Can you go and look at social media posting schedulers? And the one I'm looking at right now, I've done some research, but the one I think I want is Social Bee, but I'm not 100% sure. I want something that's really easy, that if I have the same video, it's going to work across all platforms, and that scheduler won't have an issue posting it. Oh Oh my Lord. Thank you. I appreciate that. That takes something off of my plate. Did you have time for last week too? Because it's Monday. I just thought of that. It's Monday. I paid all my invoices, but I'm like, I gotta pay mine out. And I'm like, do I have any this week? Monday's my day for paid people and that. Sundays is my day for creating invoices for you guys. Monday is when I go and put it out. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And that way then it just works out. um so yeah, I'm just like, that's where you sit there and you find people that can help you out with things that you need help with, like my photographer lady. Hopefully by the end of this week I will have some content around some pictures that she has taken and get the pictures out so then you guys can do it. We're not doing a sale at all today, Jelva. Today's schedule, I can go over the schedule for the week while we're here, everybody. Okay, I'm going to bring it up because I don't have it memorized. I was close to memorized, but not 100%. So let me bring it up here. Today we have chat at 1 Central, which is what we're in right now. And then, let me get it up. Tonight at 8. Yeah. Yep, we are. I've got the ones back for the tools, not for the stuff that you want, Val, but I have for the tools. I have those out there so we can turn tools on. I just got to put them in there. Yes. Yes, I did. And that's one of the things I'm going to work on this afternoon, Linda, is getting those in there. And I honestly think you wanted 3 of the purple blue and 4 of the black aqua, but I can't remember if that's the way it was. I can go back and watch it. It just takes a while to do that. So I was like, if you remember, I'll do it. But if you want me to do both, I'm okay with that. And of all things, there were, because I went back to the bag to see if anybody else had that. I had 2 stickers wrong, and I ended up putting 1 in your basket. And how I did that, I have no idea, and I apologize. Okay, so then at 8 p.m., we have the zipper pull. It's called Beaded Zip Buddy Tutorial. So we got a fun little name with that. And I'm going to see if we can make a few kits with these and have those available. I don't know if I'll get those done for the silicone day, but by Friday night, I should be able to get some kits. Okay, just give me till this afternoon and I'll get it back to you. And then tomorrow we have the basket sale at 2 p.m. Tomorrow night, I have my board of directors meeting, so we will not have a bead sale tomorrow night. And then Wednesday, we're going to have the silicone sale where we're going to primarily do the abacus, which are these right here, the 14 by 8 millimeter abacuses. Sorry. I'm laughing because sometimes I'm like, oh golly, I hope you guys aren't getting sticker shocked. And then we're going to have 14 millimeter octagons. We'll have those on Wednesday at noon and then chat time at 8 p.m. Hi, Meg. Thursday, we're going to have the bring back sale. So we're going to bring in some items. Now, remember last week I said I thought I had the different textured jump rings in different sizes, like the 10 millimeter, 12 and 15. I finally found them today. So I will bring those on Thursday along with some other things. Yep, I do sell pendants. I actually have some of the pendants pulled for Friday night sale already. Oh, good. Yep, copper is a great fall color, everybody. It is a great fall color. Friday, we're going to have the Simply Autumn, and I put in there wire wrap, and it's not a wire wrap because I don't wire wrap. It's memory wire is what it should have been. Bracelet tutorial, and then we have a bead sale at, why does it say 8? It should be 7. I'm going to go correct those and then repost it today. And then charm sale at 11. So I've got a whole bunch of different pendants. I'll probably bring like 5 pendants, different pendants to Friday night sale. Friday night's bead sale is going to go back to what we normally would have on a Friday night, which is like anywhere from like up to 5 pendants. Oh no. And then we will have and you can mix your metals. Then we go to findings, and then if I've got chain ready, we got some chain we'll bring, and then we'll do metal beads. And I want to do some metal spacers this week because we're going to use those in Friday's live, that tutorial on Friday. We're going to put some metals on those memory wires. And so I'm going to bring a few more. I can't remember the silver, and I know Murda wants the silver also. I have like 3 bags of the silver and I need to order more. I do have, I believe it's either red copper or antique bronze of the wire guards. I need to look at those and figure out how much they are, and I can let you know. I'll put it in the email when I send your invoice, okay? And then what else? We're going to have some glass beads and natural beads on Friday. We're going to go back to our normal. What are wire guards? Wire guards are, I don't have them on the table. They are a U-shaped, that it will have a hole on one side. You put your wire through it. The wire goes over the top, and then it goes back down on the other side through a hole. And you put in the center of that you will put half of your closure when you're doing wire, like bracelets or necklaces. And it's to protect the wire. So that is what those are. Okay, I don't have any gold in stock, Murda. Yep, the end for the loops. Yep, they are called wire guards. I do need to order that, so Just Julie! I haven't seen you in forever. Thank you. Yep, and it makes it look neater too. It just gives it a more polished look. And I'm also going to be ordering, not in mass quantities, I just want to order some of those lollipop crimps to see what they are like. I've never used one, and I do now have a source of where I could possibly get those for you guys. I don't know what the prices exactly are. Someone gave me a vendor for them. So I want to order some just to look at in a smaller quantity to make sure we're getting what we want. Okay, well, I hope you're better now. Literally, I said just a few weeks ago, we haven't seen Ruby in a long time and we hadn't seen you. We were like, so look. So, and some people just like what they like. That makes sense though. And I mean, I haven't used them though, so I don't know. And I've had a lot of people ask about them. And so someone did give me a source for a vendor for those. I'm also looking at, because as we've talked about, silicone beads takes 2 months for me. You're okay. We got what you were saying though, Rose. That's all that matters. The silicone manufacturer that I currently use takes me about 2 months to get the beads because they are actually creating them for me. And so I'm trying to find a vendor, and I think I might have found a vendor that will shorten that time frame. That vendor also allows me to, we talked about this the other day on one of my lives. Hi, Rhoda. That I don't show licensed items here because I can't have them on my website. I can't show them here because there are licensing issues. I understand people want them, and this vendor does do them, but what I would have to do is it would be a special request. I would need you to email me or message me, and then I can like just message you back and let you know. I won't be showing them on a live because I am not licensed to do them. And to go through that licensing is a lot of work. It's kind of like if you're someone that does the kids like teething rings with the silicone beads or the pacifier holders and all that. Um, those types of things, you have to go through a huge amount of certification for those too. So I won't ever do those. There are just some things that just don't make sense. So, ooh, I know. I gotta give these two. So you guys are going to start seeing some of my jewelry now out on my website here in the next month that I've created because I haven't updated a lot, and that's because I stink at taking pictures. So I do have somebody who is taking pictures for me, and I'm giving her, I will let you guys know what I'm giving her to take pictures of. The Gargonia beads that we have left over from our sale, I will have her take pictures of those, and then oh yeah, I can do that. And then we can do where you guys can just order them off of my website with what we have left. So we'll do that. And then I'm having her take pictures of some of the jewelry and accessories and getting those so that we can get those out on the website too. So yep, she's got the tools done. She has some beads done, but not a lot. I just got those pictures back this weekend, and so I haven't like looked through them yet. Thank you, Julie, for the heart me. Thank you, Jelva, for the heart me. Okay, so that's what I'm going to have her take pictures of when she comes this week. And then she takes a week to get them back to me because she edits them. So it might be a week or so before I get them out there. Might be a little longer. I'll ask her to turn around time if she can make it faster though. So she does it like where she comes and does so many hours for me and then turns around and edits them and gets them back to me. So she actually comes here because one of the things that I'll let you guys know is that because there's been an issue with this with somebody with returns, and that is I do not allow the beads to go out of my house once they're here to have people work on them or getting ready for me because I can't control what is in their houses. If they have pets or if they're a smoker or someone else in the house smokes in the house, I can't have the beads around that because I want to get a product to you that is safe for you if you're someone that has allergies. There is someone here, I'm not going to name a name, some of them you might know, that if she is around cat dander or hair and it's on her package when she receives them, that she will have a severe allergic reaction to it. And I don't want that to happen. So that is why I don't allow things to leave the house. So for picture taking and everything, she actually comes here and has an area of the house set up for her to take pictures in. We have it set up in one area of the house and she just leaves it here and she comes and takes the pictures. So that's a new thing that's coming for everything is that we can be able to do that, but I won't let them leave the house. And when we get the bead shed, she shed, they won't leave there either. Yeah, and the thing is that I grew up in a house that was like cigarettes. My parents both smoked in the house, so we had a lot of cigarette smoke in the house when I grew up. And I didn't realize it until I went to outside of living at home, what fresh air smelled like in a house. And I do not, we have minimal smells in the house. I am very anal about this. I don't know another word to say than about like Buttercup has her area that she gets ready in, and it's like, whoa, I don't know. I said something to Ryan about that. Um, what I want, and what I want for a warehouse, I told him I need a warehouse. You guys are gonna laugh. I did ask him for it. It doesn't need to be an overly large one. I just need a warehouse and I need my shoe shed. And if they could be adjoined by a breezeway, walkway thing that's indoors, I'd be good with that too. So that you could go to the warehouse, grab the packages, and then bring them over to the shipping area. I want to have shipping area, warehouse area, live area, and getting things ready area. Thank you, Ms. Rosie. I appreciate it. But I literally want to be able to have room to do all of that. And when we went to see what we're getting for the she shed, I'm like, I don't think that's going to last very long and be big enough. I might need two of them. And they have another outbuilding that they were getting rid of. And I'm like, maybe that'll work. And then we went and looked at it and I'm like, no, that's not going to work. So I already am trying to find a second building that we can bring over here. So yeah, because you have the prep work that you got to get ready for them and then that. Yep. And that's, and it's so funny because I'm like, yeah. And I told Ryan that I wanted something as big as his shop. And he's like, you're not going to need that. And I'm like, yeah, I will. That's my goal. The thing is that I literally am doing positive vibes here about how big I really need. And right now, you guys knew when I was working full time, I actually had individuals coming in and helping get everything prepped and stuff. And then we made a decision that Ryan and I talked long about it. And we made the decision to not have others while I'm doing it. Yeah, that's exactly it, Luna. Nordic Luna. I'm like, I want to have the space. And because I don't want to be like built behind. Because right now, I honestly feel like I'm behind because I'm in 3 different rooms. If it could just be all in one area where I didn't have to walk up and down the steps all the time. Yes, it might be from one end to the other end, and I would be fine with that, I think. I got to go way down there, or it's in that, I think it's in this room, and no, it's in that room. And so, like, you guys heard me talk on another live about the system that I want to put in place for the warehouse, like what type of containers I want to use and that type of thing. And I figured out so much how many I need to buy for what I have now. But if we grow, I need more. And he's just like, well, he just looked at me and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, honey. I need space. So that's where we're at. I need space. And so when he said it might not be till spring, I was like, are you kidding me? I don't know if I can do this until spring. I need the room. And because of where we're taking pictures at and stuff, we're now moving into the 4th room. Because the picture area is downstairs in our family room. Or what Buttercup calls the movie theater. And it's not a movie theater. It's just a family room with a big couch and a big screen TV. I know, and I'm doing it all on my own right now. The one thing that I have found, and I know this is going to sound odd to say, when I had the ladies come in, because I had to stop, like I would start working in the morning, then I knew they were coming, so I'd have to stop and get their work ready for them to like what they needed to work on for that day. And then when they got here, then I needed to explain it, and then we'd start talking and that type of thing. I don't have that interaction, or I don't have to stop and do that. So I actually am getting more done, but I don't know how long that this is sustainable for me to do by myself. And that I just have to constantly look at that and make sure that my service isn't being hindered because I'm the only one right now doing it. I mean, I do have Ryan stickering for me. So, you know, the little stickers we get on the packages, every once in a while he's been stickering those. And the other day I had him doing silicone beads. Or not the silicone, sorry, not the silicone, the Gorgonia. And his big paws, he didn't like that. They were too small for his big paws. He's like, my hand is cramping. Can you imagine a big guy going, my hand's cramping? I'm sorry, I'm going to make you guys laugh. And I said to him, I'm like, you're a big baby. I'm like, yes, you're helping me out for free, but you're a baby. Uh-oh. So, yep. So yeah. Well, you guys have to understand. So Buttercup uses my second phone for my business. And so I told her, I'm like, where is the phone? Because I have a live while you're at school. And he says it's not as small as beads, is what he said, Patty. She said over here, his hands might cramp doing mechanic work. But I couldn't find my phone. And then when I found it, it was dead because I kept trying to call it, but it was dead. So it didn't work. So I finally found it. So we're going on like one bar on YouTube while we've been live. It's plugged in, but it isn't charging very fast. He says, this is what Ryan says. He needs one hand the size of his, and he needs one hand the size of mine. All right, we'll see you tonight, Murda. And so that he can get into all spaces and do work. When we did my Challenger, there were parts that he could not do, and so I ended up doing them for him. And it would look very odd, because if you saw my hand, when my father-in-law worked, his hands were bigger, and my whole hand fit in the palm of my father-in-law's hand. Ryan's hand, it's like right through here is about how much of his hand my hand is. Aw, that is so sweet of your husband. So yeah, so Ryan's hands are a lot bigger than mine. But also, I have the hands of a 12-year-old. Buttercup's hands are still smaller than mine. Yep, that's what it would be like. Well, you were here while we were working on the Challenger, weren't you, Val? When he couldn't do the dash at all? Oh, yes. Yep, and that's what I'm like. He can't do beads, but he can put the silicone beads in. So I can't have him do silicone because I have to get the rest of the 14 millimeter octagons ready for. Oh yeah, yep, that's true. And so he won't be able to do it tonight because his game is on. But I can sit with him and put these in bags while we're doing that. So that's what I have left to get ready for. I'm ready for tomorrow's live. I just have to get this done for tomorrow or for Wednesday's live. And then tomorrow afternoon, I will get Thursday's done. So I'm ahead of schedule. And then I've already started picking the beads for Friday and getting those ready. So some of those are already ready to go. I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood. I'm getting ready for this week and being more prepared. I also got all of the charms ready that I could find for Saturday because I found some more new charms. And they're already counted and ready for you guys. The flower one I have done before. Do you want me to bring it back again, Luna? Which flower one are you talking about? Are you talking about where you have like a 19 or 15 millimeter in the center, and then you have the lentils around it? Or are you talking about the 3 stacked lentils? The one you sent me. Now I gotta go look. I'm gonna go look. Did you do it in TikTok? I cannot remember. Hold on. Oh, I was watching when I was watching that live. Okay, now I got, yep, I know which one you're talking about. Thank you. I'm like, I can do that one. Because I found more lentils, you guys. After we did all the lentils last week, we went through them all. I found another container of lentils. Let me see if I can add that in and let you guys know this week. Or we might do it next week at latest, okay? So yeah, there's a video out there for it. It's a very easy, fun one, but I also want you guys to have lentils to be able to do it too, so that you can make it. But I did sell a lot of lentils last week, but I found a whole bunch more. And I didn't realize I had another container of lentils until last night when I was actually, this is why I wanted Big's Place, is because I had lentils in 2 different rooms. And then I was like, well, dear Lord. But I am going to hop off here. We've had the hour for our chat time. I appreciate you guys just letting us chat and talk, and like the support you guys give me during this time is amazing. Just talking about the growth and that type of thing. I will be back at 8 p.m. We will do our Zip Buddy beaded zipper pull. Yeah, they're fun to do. And I actually took some downstairs. I will go grab those from when we did our last video. So, yep, nope, we don't. And that's why I love having the chat times. I don't want to take them out of the schedule. Everybody's like, that I talk to, some people are like, why would you even do that? And I'm like, because it's a way to connect. It is a way for me just to not be like, sales are sales. You know, this is our time for us to connect. That's the way I really think about it. Oh, I got to do the puzzle piece. Oh, I got a bowl of cereals. It's like Fruit Loop cereal. So, all right, everybody. We will talk to you later. I will get you an email here shortly, Linda. And you guys all have a good afternoon. Be back 8 p.m. Central for our tutorial. Bye.